Acharya's disappearance day. Many of you know that Sri Ramanujacharya, almost, could say that almost 1,000 years back now. I think a few years back we celebrated the 1,000 years anniversary. Still, if you go to Sri Rangam, Ramanujacharya's that same body is preserved there.
Is it?
Yeah, the same body.
Yeah. Where is it?
In Sri Rangam.
A special place, is it?
Yes, the Sri Rangam in Sri Perumbudur, I think. Same body, they preserved. You can still see it.
How old is it?
1,000 years.
1,000 years. I did not know that. Okay.
So Ramanujacharya is so glorious, has so much to speak, but we don't get into that. And many times we spoke a little bit about Ramanujacharya and things that. So today is the disappearance day of Sri Ramanujacharya. And first of all, let's welcome all of you saying Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Anybody is new here? What is Dhruv?
Yeah, he has
Some other things to do. I think missing some devotees as well. So I was about to read something from the scripture. This is Narada Pancharatra, how glorious the chanting of the holy name is. So this was Srila Vyasadeva speaking to Sukadeva Goswami in Narada Pancharatra. It's mentioned that it goes like this. Mandra grahana matrena purushanam sadam sudha punadiswa swabhaktim cha mandamsi chavalalaya. My dear son, simply by chanting the holy names of the Supreme Lord, a person delivers 100 generations of his family, his followers and his friends without any separate endure. Just by taking the holy name, dear devotees. Sabko bhakti, the chanting of the holy name, especially in this age of Kali, the chanting of the holy name is so powerful. We never know. We may not realize now, but what is happening. So all our life is based upon the various past karmas and sinful activities. So there are prarabdha karma, there is aprarabdha karma, sanchita karma, so kudam, bijam, there are so many aspects of it. Prarabdha karma, what we see is it's manifested, what we are going through right now. Some are suffering, some are going through some problems, so many problems everybody has. This is called prarabdha karma. But we think that, oh, that's it, nothing more. But there is aprarabdha karma, yet to manifest. You know the story of Dhritarashtra, right? Dhritarashtra had to go through seeing his 100 children die in the battlefield. Hundreds of children. I mean, of course, Dhritarashtra couldn't see, but Dhritarashtra was realizing and understanding it. So you know that the story, why he had to go through that. 50 lifetimes before, Dhritarashtra was a hunter. So he goes to the forest, he mercilessly killing the baby birds from the nest, finding out each and every one of 50 lifetimes back. Dhritarashtra was doing this. So he had definitely incurred the sinful reactions. But then he had to wait for 50 years to get to that point to have 100 sons. Because of getting a child you have to have some pious credits. You know that the hunter is always go and kill. Right? Always go and kill and always incur a lot of sins. So then Dhritarashtra had to pass 50 lifetimes in order to attain some punya, so that he gets some children. So because of that punya, he got 100 children. Even one child to get is a punya, it's a pious credit. So then, and even he became a king. And it's all because of his 50 lifetimes. So the life is like that. There is good and bad, always there. Always there. I'll take that when we take that section. I'll explain from this book that how it affects the karma, how is the effect of the karma in everybody's life. So like that, so aprarabdha karma, it had to manifest. We never know what is written in our karma, what we are going to become. So, but just because of when you surrender, when you take up the holy name of the Supreme Lord, prarabdham, aprarabdham, bijam, balam, guda, everything will be eradicated. It will be clean slate from our settled body. So we are suffering because of our past karma. So once we take up this holy name, surrender unto the Supreme Lord, will be eradicated from all the past lives of our sinful reactions. All the past life. And even a prarabdham, bijam, balam, good, all, everything. Bijam means the seed. The sinful seed within us, that's why it's creating us, or it inspiring us, inciting us to do something wrong. Because of that, seed is there. Then there is also seed is there. Because of the seed, there is a sinful proclivity also there. That's called kudam. Sinful proclivity is always there. And there is a fire, there is a light, like that. If the sin is there, sinful proclivity also there. So it leads us to so many directions, so many problems. So by taking up this, the holy name, one can eradicate all this papam, bijam, bhalam, kudam, everything can be eradicated just by taking this holy name, the devotional service. So that is what saying, it's not only for you again. It's not only for you. What is that? 100 families, 100 generations. So where it is also mentioned from Bhagavatam, where it is mentioned? Where else is mentioned? The same thing? Where else is mentioned?
I don't know what Prahlad Maharaj was.
Prahlad Maharaj. When Prahlad Maharaj requested to the Supreme Lord Sri Narasimhadev, so Narasimhadev was pleased with Prahlad Maharaj's devotion. And then Prahlad Maharaj came in front of, and Narasimhadev, because of everybody else, told Prahlad Maharaj, you go. Lord is so furious. You know that Ugra Narasimha, right? The fire is coming out from the eyes of Narasimhadev. The fire. Trembling with the anger. The blood is dipping from his, teeth. Use his fingers and so furious. And even Lakshmi Devi was always at the feet of the Lord, couldn't go. So fearful. Then Brahma thought, somehow, and told to Shiva, can you go and pacify, control? Shiva said, no, I can't go. Brahmadev, everybody tried, everybody was keeping a distance. No. Because of, it's such an anger, that's called Ugra Narasimhadev. Ugra Narasimha. Narasimhadev, there are many forms, 9 different types of forms of the Narasimhadev even. There is Lakshmi Narasimha. There is Garuda Narasimha, we saw the other day. There is Ugra Narasimha, Prahlad Narasimha. So there are different various forms of Lord Narasimhadev. So then what happened? Brahma told to Prahlad, you just go. Why? Anybody know why Brahma is told to Prahlad, you should go? Why? You heard this many times. Why Brahma requested Prahlad to go to Narasimhadev?
Because he was devotee.
Exactly. He was a devotee. He was a devotee of the Lord. Devotees are very dear to the Lord. There is not even a single point of time that dearness will reduce. All the time. Devotee is always very dear to Lord. And always the Lord is always think about the devotee only, nothing else. This is the position of a devotee. Nothing else. This is the position of a devotee. So Brahmadev understood this. And just because of Prahlad, the Lord appeared. Isn't it? Just because of Prahlad, the Lord appeared as Narasimhadev in order to reduce, in order to eradicate the problems, the calamities Prahlad Maharaj goes through. That's why Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Dushkridam Dharma Samsthavanarthaya Sambhavami. In order to save the pious, the devotees, Paritranaya Sadhu, the devotees. Vinashaya Dushkrida, to eradicate, to annihilate the miscreants, Lord comes. So just for the devotees, the primary reason for Lord to come down is what? To save the devotees, to protect the devotees. That's why Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Sri Narasimhadev. So anything that if there are any impediments in the path of bhakti, what we should do? We should pray to Lord Narasimhadev. We know that in Mayapur temple, so when it started, how many of you know that the story? Why this we started this Narasimha prayer in every temple? Anybody knows? Yeah.
Because of the dacoits.
Dacoits attacked. So dacoits attacked the Mayapur temple, and even there was exchange of fire and the shootings, and involved. And Srila Prabhupada told that now start this Narasimha prayer, worship Lord Narasimhadev. So then, after that there is no issues or incident after started Narasimhadev. How many of you know that Lord Narasimhadev, that is Ugra Narasimhadev, appeared in Mayapur? How? That then Srila Prabhupada mentioned this. Okay, we should worship Lord Narasimhadev. So then they were trying to see that the appropriate Narasimha deity, as one devotee was there, and that devotee had a dream of the exact form of Lord Narasimhadev. And then they found out that there is only one sculpture who makes this in South India, in Chennai, somewhere in Tamil Nadu. So they came all the way from Mayapur to over here and to see that Stapati. And then they came and explained all this. Said, no, I can't do it. We cannot do it. He knows that when he explained all this, the different, that the form that he saw, that Narasimhadev mentioned that no, he cannot make. So then they were kind of very much disappointed, requested, said, I'll try, give me some time. So when this has to find, the proper stone has to find out in order to carve the deities. It's not an ordinary stone that you can go and simply make it one. It will not come up. So then finally this sculpture, the Stapadi, then he could find, then he called up, said he had found out, oh my God, good. He said, I would do it. And then he had to live separately, has to go through this celibacy, and he has to completely take the vows and all those things in order to make the Lord's form. So there are a lot of things happen in between, and then finally made it. So finally made that beautiful form, and then now informed the devotees back in Mayapur and told that deities are ready, and then please bring. So they were delaying it because of something is arranged. So all of a sudden the deity was in a place where it kept it, is completely got burned and got a fire and burned itself. And this Tabadi called these devotees and said, you come immediately and take Narasimhadev. He's already started his mischief. So then they came, and then that's the way, and Narasimhadev appeared in Mayapur. And then since then, that potency of Lord Narasimhadev there is so wonderful. So that Narasimhadev, Supreme Lord, for his devotees, and one time there was a flooding, and one snake came and sat on like this, like Shiva, the snake came and similarly came on the Lord Narasimhadev, and even there was a flooding because of Ganges always floods, right? When devotees were going in the boat and swimming and doing all this worship so nicely, this is the way that they worship there. So then that Narasimhadev is so dear to Prahlad Maharaj, and Brahmadev said, okay, go near to Narasimhadev. As soon as Lord saw Prahlad Maharaj, becomes so peaceful. Nobody's like what you can say, that calm and so peaceful, just seeing the devotee of the Prahlad Narasimhadev. Then Lord just touched his hand on on the Prahlad's head. We know that Prahlad Stuti. How many of you heard this and read this Prahlad Stuti? Read it. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. And it's revealing the entire truth of this everything. The Prahlad, even Prahlad, how many years old? 5 years old. The entire truth of this everything, just by touch. Dhruva Maharaj, Lord just touched with his conch on the head of the roof. Completely transformed. Completely transformed. So the devotees, Lord is not different from his name. Lord is not different from his form. Lord is not different. Anybody comes in contact with the Lord. That's it. It completely purifies. Somebody asked, is it possible? Somebody asked some question. If you take a dip in the Ganges, all the sins goes. But he does not know how it works. This is completely that internal potency makes everything possible. The Lord's potency makes everything possible. Lord's potency is holding this entire earth. The Lord's potency is holding this sun globe. The Lord's potency is holding this entire universes. And the Lord's potency is keeping everything in the same place, in same position, in the orbit, and everything works. And it's the Lord's potency. So then that same Lord potency cannot do anything if you just take up that holy name. And that same Lord's potency washed the lotus feet of the Lord by Ganges. Touches that feet. And the entire Ganges gets that all the potency. Just by touching the lotus feet of the Lord. And then if we go and touch that potency, then everything will become so pure. That's why it says that even if you take little water from the Ganges, Ganga Jala Lava Kanika Pita, even little bit of water from the Ganges, right? It's as it's mentioned there, right? Ganga Jala Lava Kanika Pita, Sugurdapi Yena Murari Samarcha, Kriyade Tasya Yamena na Charcha, right? Even little bit of water from the Ganges, here from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and then comes like this, everybody together, they glorify the Lord, Murari Samarcha. Such people never even come to the list of Yamaraj. Kriyade Tasya Yamena Charcha. Yamena, there is not even, come near even to the list of Yamaraj. So this is the power of, this is the potency of the holy name, this is the potency of that Lord's potency. And everything is possible in this world just because of that Lord's potency. Everything is there. And there is nothing that we can separate from Him. Everything is Lord's energy, Lord's potency, Lord's expansions. Everything. Nothing that we can separate from Him. So Prahlad Maharaj came before Lord Narasimhadev. What Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimhadev mentioned to Prahlad Maharaj, I am so happy with you. In all these odd circumstances, you are always meditating upon me, always worshipping me. What can I do for you? You ask me a boon. So Prahlad Maharaj said, oh Lord, I worshipped you, I prayed you not because of I can get something from you. This is a business. I don't want to do a business with you. Oh, I worshipped you, I did something for you so that you can give me something in return. This is the material mentality. If I do something, I expect something from, I need to get. No, that's not worship. That's just a business exchanges. I don't want to get into that. So then Narasimhadev was completely understanding the mood of Prahlad Maharaj. And Narasimhadev then said to the Lord, the Prahlad Maharaj, you should ask something from me. So Prahlad Maharaj said, if you are insisting me like this, I would request, please forgive my father. He did lots of sinful activities and it is so much of, that his condition is not good. Please forgive my father and please get rid of from his all sinful reactions. What Narasimhadev replied? What Narasimha replied to Prahlad Maharaj?
Already 21 generations.
You don't need to worry, he's already been liberated. The moment Lord touched, and he's already been liberated, not only that, his 21 generations of coming in the past and coming in the future will be liberated. So this is what it is, the power of the devotees. If we are coming in closer to little bit of even Krishna conscious, that's our greatest mercy. Because of Only Lord's mercy that one can come to that stage. Otherwise, no, it's not possible. We know that Dhritarashtra was hearing everything. Dhritarashtra was hearing everything from Sanjaya. That the glories of the Lord, the universal form, Lord, showed to universal form to Dhritarashtra. But Dhritarashtra couldn't do anything. Dhritarashtra was still stuck with his own problems, the greed and the anger, selfishness. He said, no, our power, our ego, everything is wonderful, nice, but even hearing everything from the Lord and Sanjaya, still he couldn't make it out. Still adamant. Anybody else would have been completely melted by this time. Sanjaya was explaining everything about Bhagavad Gita to Dhritarashtra. That's why we heard the Bhagavad Gita. Everything Bhagavad Gita. Universal form is almost the mid of it. He explained the Lord's confidential knowledge and everything come from the Lord. But still Dhritarashtra couldn't digest all those things. Why?
Because of his karma.
Too much.
Because of
Too much
karma.
attachment.
attached, too much attached. Anything else? His karma, his past.
There was no God's mercy.
Exactly. Mercy. Mercy is not there. Unless and until there is Lord's mercy, nobody can even understand about the Lord. Nobody can even, realize anything about the Lord. And it is clarified in the Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter 25th verse. Anybody knows that verse? 7th chapter 25th verse. 725. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrta mudobhina abhijanadi loko mam ajam abhyayam. Krishna said to the Arjuna, Naham prakasha sarvasya, I do not manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. I do not manifest. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrta, I am covered by my internal potency, so that they do not know me that I am the Supreme Lord and the Lord of all that be in this world. Naham prakasha sarvasya, I do not manifest to the unintelligent and foolish. Always understand this. So if somebody realizes, somebody has little love for the Lord, somebody has an opportunity to chant the holy name, somebody has an opportunity to come to the temple and see that the beauty of the Lord, you will always remember that. It's the mercy of the Lord. It's not that something, I am so and so, I have a PhD, so Lord should. No. This is the mercy. Because of the mercy of the Lord or because of the mercy of the devotees, only can one understand and realize the glories and the greatness of that Supreme Lord and have that opportunity even to realize and understand and come and even do some little bit of devotional service to the Lord. And this is the greatest perfection of everything that what we can have in our lifetime. Even one is able to remember that Lord's form. And He is the best, He is the most fortunate. Even Shastra says that Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Gai, Leva Matra, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Even if you are able to get a little bit of association with a devotee in this lifetime, human form of life, he attained Sarva Siddhi. He attained all the perfections. Siddhi means perfections. Just by having. So devotees, don't minimize it. This is our greatest fortune. Greatest fortune if you are able to chant the holy name. It is our greatest fortune come to the satsang. It is our greatest fortune just even having a prasadam which is offered to the Lord. I will tell this story of Markandeya Muni, how Markandeya Muni became Markandeya Muni. Just had the Lord's prasadam, that's it. Completely transformed. Completely transformed. So Markandeya Muni in the previous lifetime, son of a Brahman. This Brahman was a priest, a pujari in a Devi temple in Devadevadas. So he was a pujari there, but he hated those who worship Lord Hari. He doesn't have that kind of So he always hates the people, those who worship. He doesn't have that kind of hatred. He says, no, I only worship this.
The Brahman or his son?
Brahman. Yeah. So then, one day the Brahman had to go to a wedding with his son. So while coming back, and he saw that on the road, I mean there was a long walk, and after that he was very hungry and all those things. He saw that some prasadam which is offered to the Lord Vishnu lying on the street. Those days, street. It was less covered, even little bit of dust. So they were hungry and they took it. So they took it and they, honored, they ate this prasadam. And then everything started to change. So one day they were going for a trip. They came to the Chandrabhaga, in Maharashtra. Pandharpur, yes. Chandrabhag, the river. It was, those days it was so jungle and all, ferocious animals. They were passing, and then the father was telling to the boy, let's go fast. There are dacoits, there are, tigers and everything will come. And so boy said, no. I'm so hungry, I am so tired. Let's stay here. There is a lake here. Let's drink some water. Let's stay there, and then we'll move. So father was, no, let's go to the near city. And that's where the karma theory comes. And this little boy was talking about the, father. Whatever it is written in our life, whatever the karma, there is nothing will happen beyond that. Nobody can change even our fate. If you are going to die today, whether it is at the home, whether it is at work, doesn't matter. We will die. Whatever we are suffering, whatever we are enjoying, is all because of our karma in this lifetime. So he was telling all this to the father. And then father was so happy to hear from his son, his 10-year-old son. Then what happened? So we'll stay there. Before that, this boy was so powerful, so wonderful, he started to worship the Lord. He collected some, fruits, collected some the flowers from the various places, and started to worship the Supreme Lord. Such a worship in such a way that even the tiger came from the forest. It was such a deep meditation, tiger came and just went back. So this is what is the power of devotion. Even that Lord, we see that our sincere devotion, we have the sincere devotion in our heart. No matter what, the Paramatma, the Antaryami, is there, he is seeing everything. We know that in Vrindavan, Raghunath Goswami was, sitting on the bank of Radhakund. Deep meditation, chanting the holy name. Similar, the tiger came. And who was guarding Raghunath Goswami? Who was guarding? Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani personally holding a stick very near to the Raghunath Goswami. And it was so hot, scorching heat in Vrindavan, if you go to that summertime. Raghunath Goswami was, sitting and meditating in such a devotion. And who came and protect Raghunath Goswami from the scorching heat? Radharani. Holding Radharani's veil on top of Raghunath Goswami like this. And Sanatana Goswami saw this. Why are you then came and told, why are you disturbing? Why are you giving trouble? Why are you giving service to the Lord and the supreme worshipable Srimati Radharani? That's the time they made a hermitage for Raghunath Goswami, sitting there. So like this. And the Lord is always sees that the devotion and the devotee, and He's always there to protect. You know that story of Prahlad again, how many times Lord protected Prahlad. Even it says that even we are in the mid of the pit of the snake, the Lord is there to protect you, nobody can harm you. Because of the same Lord is in everybody's heart. Every living entity, the same Lord is sitting. And He sees. And He is the one who gives all the directions. Isn't it? Even we are sitting and listening because of His mercy. Otherwise we cannot even realize anything. Suppose you are unconscious, what will happen? If you are unconscious, right? Did you hear anything? No. Did you listen anything? Did you understand? Nothing is happening. See, so all his potencies, all his mercies, all energy that is working everywhere. We should see that. In all respect, in all aspect, we should see that because of the Lord is there, we could see this light. As we don't see it, and what is this light anyway? So this is all Lord's various energies and the potency, and that pursue us and to make us realize that in everything, that enjoyment, what all suffering, everything is because of that how we perceive things. How we perceive things like this. So then he was worshipping like in such a deep devotion, this boy. Then Narayana Rishi is none other than the Supreme Lord Narayana Rishi. Lord Narayana himself came because of he was calling out the name, calling out the Supreme Lord, and Narayana Rishi came before the boy. Yes, Narayana Rishi, the Lord was so pleased. And even he could see the form of the Lord within his heart first. This is what is another devotees. When you are deep in devotion, you would realize the Lord is in your heart. First, Lord manifests you in your heart because of by this process of chanting the holy name, by the process of the devotion, heart becomes clean. Then you can realize and feel it that Lord is there. You can realize and feel that the Lord's form is there in the heart. No matter what. Every devotee has this. Uddhava, Brahma, Narada. Everybody has. They matured, then they see the Lord in their heart first. Then they see the Lord, the beautiful form of the Lord. So like that, the boy had that vision. The Lord manifested in his heart by this deep loving devotion for the Lord. Then Narayana Rishi, the Lord himself appeared before him, pleased with the devotion. Pleased with the devotion. And then told to Brahma, this boy, very pleased with you, your devotion and your 10 years of old age. What boon would you like to ask? What boon would you like to ask? The boy said, please shower me that the mercy so that I can always worship the Supreme Lord. Can always worship the Supreme Lord. Insisting further. And then Narayana Rishi had a rickshaw, actually. This book says this, I'm just shortening it. It was a rickshaw, actually. So, this boy mentioned that, can I have it? Narayana Rishi also having this rickshaw, and what is the rickshaw? Which was none other than the Kavaja of Srimati Radharani. It was not easy to get anybody to get it. Even Narayana Rishi is worshipping that Srimati Radharani in such a way. I'll take one day the glories of Srimati. It explains in this book. Such a beautiful. Then Narayana Rishi promised that whatever you ask, I will give you. But he didn't expect this one. He'll ask this. So then he was happy in the one sense also at the time. Said, next lifetime, you'll have to go through and live longer. Next lifetime, you will take birth in the as a son of Prakandu, and then you will become known as Markandeya, and you will attain the perfection of it. So then later, then he took as a son of Prakandu, and then became Markandeya. We know that the story of Markandeya is so beautiful, wonderful. You know the story of Markandeya? I don't know what is the time now. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Markandeya became came as a Markandu, and then since beginning, so devoted. This is the power of where he started from. Where he started from?
From his last birth.
Yes, but how? How became transformed? Prasad. Which is offered to the Lord. The prasad. That's such a power. And what about Narada Dev? How did Narada Dev transformed? What?
Remnants.
Yes, prasad. Which is offered. It's such a potency, such a power. Half of our ISKCON devotees transformed because of what they. Isn't it true?
Yes.
We heard from many devotees. Just because of, initially what happened? ISKCON, of course, is very famous for the wonderful Sunday feast. Even, who is that? Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs, he walked 6 miles just to have the prasadam. It's a prasadam, wonderful. And recently, Steve Jobs' wife, right? Who is that? She came to Prayagraj to take that, and he wrote that when he was alive. He wrote this in his will or letter or something like that. All I have desire, all the desires I had is to go to Kumbh Mela, that's it. And he couldn't go. Then Steve Jobs' wife, what is his name? What's her name?
Paula something.
Eh?
Paula.
Or something like that. She came to Prayagraj. She
going to be there
transformed.
for 45
Eh?
years. She's going to be there the whole time.
All the time, and now,
Kalpavasi. She did Kalpavasi.
and then she also got initiation. She changed her name and she got initiated, completely transformed. See this one? Where is come from? Just that prasadam. Just that prasadam, that's it. And he went completely changed. Steve Jobs completely changed because of he had that honor, the prasadam, that's it. No matter what, I mean, he didn't have the faith much or anything like that. He wanted to fill his stomach, that's all. That time because he was very much, starving and he didn't have any money. It was giving out. He heard that, there is real prasadam. He walked 6 miles just to have the prasadam. But the potency of prasadam is so great in such a way that it transformed everything. That's like a book. Like book distribution, right? You give a book to a devotee, they don't even open it. But after 20 years, somehow it's open it. They transform. Holy name, even once you chanted the holy name in your life, it will transform you like anything. No worries about it. In your next life, you don't know what you are going to attain, the position that you are going to get. Similarly, Narada Dev attained that position. And this Markandeya Muni attained just because of some way or other connected to the devotee or honored the prasadam or of the tulasi leaf which is offered to the Lord or chanted the holy name or associated with the devotees, dear devotees. This is the perfection. Then Markandeya Muni then was doing this wonderful worship. It said that 6 Manvantaras, the period of 6 Manvantaras, we can see that 1 Manvantara is 71 yuga cycle. 1 Manvantara and 6 Manvantaras like that. And Markandeya Muni only leaves the 2 days of Brahma. That means 1 day of Brahma means 1000 yuga cycle. And Markandeya Muni still lives. Narada Muni still lives. So then because of this penance and this worship, the Lord was so pleased. Again the Supreme Lord, Narada Rishi, then came before Markandeya Muni. Markandeya Muni had only one desire. And Narada Rishi was requesting, ask me a boon. But Markandeya Rishi asked, always unflinching face to the Supreme Lord, never ever take me away from the devotion. Always let me worship that Supreme Lord. That's all I'm asking. And Narada Rishi was insisting again and mentioned, okay, I would like to know how Lord's illusory energy works in this world. Illusory energy means, and of course, when you develop the devotion and realization, perceptions and all, then you come to that point that, you will realize that everything is Lord's potency, no difference. So everything that you see the difference between the material energy and you see the difference between the spiritual potency, spiritual energy, you will see that where it's all applying and affecting. So when a devotion gets matured like this, and this Markandeya Muni had this desire, and I would like to know how it works. We know that the universal form, Lord showed everything. Right? Everything Lord showed to Arjuna, the universal form. Now how everything is within the Lord. And who only could see it? Who only could see it? Arjuna. Sanjaya. Right? Could see. Nobody else could see it. Why? Because of they are not able or eligible to do that, see it.
Did Vyasdev saw that? Because Sanjay eyes.
Yes, but not that point of time. Vyasadeva is again an incarnation of the Lord. Vasudeva could always see. Vasudeva is an incarnation of the Lord, literary incarnation of the Lord. Vasudeva could always see it. It's not that to see that at a specific time. Because of they understand this.
But when he went to Hastinapur, Bhishma was also able to see.
Where in
Hastinapur, when Krishna goes as a peacemaker.
When Duryodhana wanted
oh, that is another part of it.
That is another.
That is another form. That is just a partial form.
That was not as
Not a complete form. That's just to give show his form, his value, his opulence. He just completely, his effulgence comes out from the Lord. And everybody could close their eyes and show that the greatness of the Lord. Just to give some hint. That was in the midst of the assembly of Kuru. That when Duryodhana wanted to tie Krishna, right? So that's a different time. And this is another time. So Markandeya Muni wanted to see how Lord's illusory energy is manifest and, applied in these various ways. So then, so be it. Narayana Rishi said, so be it. So then left from the place. And after some time, Markandeya Muni was in the hermitage and then worshipping the Lord. All of a sudden, the cloud becomes so dark, so much of rain cloud and such as thunder, lightning, and started to pour, and then all of a sudden, everywhere the water is kind of rising up, and it went up to even the heaven, and Markandeya Muni was just floating in the water. Everything is now inundated in the water. Is immersed in the water now. Markandeya Muni couldn't see anything. Everywhere water. And Markandeya Muni was just floating in the water and swimming in the water, and it's for a long time like this. Finally saw an island. In that island there is a banyan tree. And so that there is a banyan leaf which is there. And in the water, on that banyan leaf, there is a little boy. The little boy and lying on the water and sucking his own toe in his mouth. Who was that? Krishna. I think there's a beautiful song, right? That comes. It's a beautiful song by Villamangal. Sri Krishna Govinda Bhare Murare Srinath. It's a beautiful song. This was none other than the Krishna, the Supreme Lord, just sucking like an innocent boy on the banyan leaf. What is happening there? Yeah, 6 feet apart. Okay, so then Markandeya Muni was very curious to see. Markandeya Muni went near to the Lord. So immediately the Lord inhales, and then this static is there. So then, because of that, the power of the potency of that inhale, Markandeya Muni entered through the nostril and entered into the body of the Supreme Lord. Now he could see everything. Everything, all the stars and the meteors, the sun and the moon and the rivers and the mountains and everything that could see within the body of the Supreme Lord, the Markandeya Muni entered into it. Could see everything. And then, after quite some time, the Lord exhaled, then Markandeya Muni came out. It's like boom. And then he came and saw that all the water disappears, no island, Lord is not there, and by the time Markandeya Muni could realize it, this was the desire of Markandeya Muni to see that how this illusory energy works. And we are also within the body of Mahavishnu. Nothing that we can separate. We are within the body of Mahavishnu.
We don't
realize it. And we are within that potency of the Mahavishnu. And that Paramatma is within us, that makes our possible. Everything is possible to see, to perceive, to realize, to feel. Everything is possible because of that Paramatma. That Lord within us, that Lord is outside us, that Lord is within us. Everything is, related to that Supreme Lord like this. And we should realize this. The way that we take or get the attention of the Lord, we get the attention of the Lord. Yes, we know that our soul is dormant. We are always with our own self. That's what is the free will concern, free will of it. And we are away from the Lord. We are forgetful of the Lord. We don't realize the Lord. We don't remember the Lord. We don't realize the Lord. We are forgetful of the Lord. But the moment we take up the holy name, that means this is where the bridge, Between that, the Lord and us, okay, then now it's connection. Now we are connecting with the Lord. So this is the way that, that the Lord sees that. So that means we are getting the attention of the Lord now. We are connecting with the Lord by taking up the holy name, worshipping the Lord, remembering Him, Sravana Kirtana, Vishnu Smarana Padasya, all these wonderful things. Right? So then Markandeya Muni was glorifying the Lord. And hearing this, Lord Shiva and Parvati came to Markandeya Muni. And Lord Shiva was so pleased. He is Bhaktanam, right? He is the Vaishnavana Madhashambhu. He is the greatest Vaishnava of the Supreme Lord. And just because of Lord Shiva always chanting the holy name, that's why Lord becomes Shiva. Lord Shiva became Lord Shiva. Brahma got all this power of creation and everything because of the Lord Brahma is always chanting the holy name of the Lord. Even Agni got that potency. Saraswati, Savitri, Gayatri, everybody is because of they are so devoted to the Lord. That's why they get all these various potencies. It's all come from the Lord. So then Markandeya Muni saw this and he was glorifying the Lord. Because of the glorification, Shiva came and Parvati came. And Lord Shiva asked Markandeya Muni, please ask me both. Same thing. Same request. Please give me that mercy so that I can always worship the Supreme Lord. Always chant the holy name of the Lord. So Shiva was so pleased. So be it. So devotees, this is what, then that same Markandeya Muni, because of the power of the devotion, is always there. Always worshipping the Lord. And whenever there is a worship like this, and Narada Rishi, we know that if you go to Badrinath, who is there in Badrinath? Badrinarayan. This is the Narayana Rishi. Narayana Rishi. We know that when Srimad Bhagavata even begins with that Maitreya Muni after Krishna departed, Maitreya Muni and Krishna explained everything to Maitreya and Uddhava. And Maitreya Muni, when Uddhava couldn't reach, Uddhava, just Maitreya Muni, sage Maitreya. Maitreya was going to Badrinath to see the Badrinarayan. See, the Narayana Rishi. He was none other than Supreme Lord. That's the time in between, Maitreya Muni meeting with Uddhava and meeting with Vidura also and explaining and everything to, the glories to the Vidura and Maitreya. And Maitreya was going to meet Badrinarayan there. And Badrinarayan is still there. And on these 6-7 months, it's closed. And it's closed and only for the purpose is that so that the Devadevas comes and worship the Lord. That's why it's closed. And if people, the Pujari could see it, Pujari sees that, every day there is a worship for the Supreme Lord, even if it is closed. So they come and worship the Supreme Lord. So Narayana Rishi, Narayana is also there. And who is Nara actually in the Dwapara Yuga? Who came as Nara? Arjuna. That's why Arjuna could go to Vaikuntha. You know that the story? Arjuna with his same Krishna took Arjuna to Vaikuntha. Arjuna could go to heaven. Simply like that. It is so powerful. Because of Narayana was Arjuna and then of course the Narayana also part of the Krishna and Krishna became like that. So the reason I was mentioning all this, see that's what is mentioned. My dear son, simply by chanting the holy names of the Supreme Lord, a person delivers 100 generations of his family, his followers and his friends without any separate endeavor. Because it has such a power and the potency. Okay? So, thank you so much. I think its time is getting up. So, we'll sing a bhajan of Nityananda. So, Monday is a Nityananda Trayodashi. So, as you all know that, the Supreme Lord again, people have misunderstanding. So, this is very confidential knowledge. It's very, very confidential, these subject matters. It's not that easily that we can realize and perceive. So, but by the devotion only that we can understand this. But by devotion only that we can understand who is Gauranga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's called Chanavada, very confidential incarnations. Appearance is very confidential only. The pure devotees can realize and understand. So like that, Nityananda Prabhu. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Lord Balaram. Who is Balaram? Krishna.
Expansion of Krishna.
The
First expansion.
Krishna himself. Balaram. No difference between Krishna and Balaram. Only in two ways. What is that? Only in two ways that there is a difference between Krishna and Balaram. Color.
And everything.
Eh?
The hull, right?
And then, of course, the main thing is the color, because of one is Sevaka Bhagavan, another is Savior Bhagavan. Balaram is took that position of what? To serve. Krishna is there to receive the service. So this is eternal truth. And that's why Balaram became what is called? Balaram is the original spiritual master. Original spiritual master, Adi Guru. Balaram is Adi Guru. Why? Because of it's always very, very devoted to the Supreme Lord, always there to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that Balaram appeared in this age of Kali as Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Ram. To what? To assist, to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu appeared in Ekachakradam on 1474. Ekachakradam. Why it is Ekachakra? Anybody knows why it is on Ekachakra? Then what is the significance of that Ekachakra? Anybody knows? Krishna throw the chakra. You know that Krishna was so furious in the battlefield. And Arjuna couldn't defeat Bhishma Dev. Krishna took the promise, I will not take any weapon. But that day, Krishna said, I am going to break my promise. Krishna took the wheel and charged to the Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev was smiling at the Lord. Yes, I was waiting for this moment. I was waiting for this moment. And then, by that time, Arjuna shot the arrow. And then Krishna wore this chakra and it reached to the place where the Nadia. Then this Eka Chakra. It's quite, I think from Mayapur, I think it's 4-5 hours of like 200 miles or something. Anybody there in Eka Chakra? Anybody visited Eka Chakra now? We went there. Oh wow. Oh, very good. Eh?
No, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah, there's a chakra there, but I think that's the Sudarshan chakra there. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's Sudarshan chakra.
This is Eka Chakra, one chakra. This is also the place where I think that Bhima killed the Bakasur. Bakasur, right? Yeah. So it's a wonderful place, and Lord appeared there.
Sir, Bhima killed Jarasandha.
Bakasur.
But Bhima did not kill Bakasur. Bakasur was killed Lord Krishna, right?
No, there is another
Okay.
Bagan. Another Bakasur.
Another. Okay.
That was when they were in the forest. Bakasur came.
After Varnavata.
Varnavata and those things.
Okay.
So it's very, very merciful. The Lord Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. Right? Nityananda Prabhu is such a merciful in such a way that going out, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed to Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, go jare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Go and teach, go and preach. Tell that. It's not easy that anybody can get the holy name. But it's such a mercy that you go and tell this so that everybody get the Krishna Prema, the holy name. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, go out, Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Tell about Krishna. Guru kaho Krishna. And then we'll sing that. The Nitai, Nadiya Godru me or Nitai Padagamala, there's beautiful songs like that. And then, like that, and we know that the story of Jagai and Madhai, how they transformed. How many of you know? I think many of you, everybody knows that. Okay, we don't want to get into that. They were such a sinful people. Two brothers, Jagai, Jagadananda, and Madhavananda, and everybody's calling him Jagai and Madhai. Such a sinful drunkards. All these activities and plundering, stealing, killing. Everybody sees them and they run away from them. Nobody can, always drunkard, and their eyes will be rolls like these, drunkards. And anybody goes nearby, they will get beaten. You know. It says that Chitragupta, the Maharaj's personal assistant, couldn't, put together all their sinful, and there is not enough. That much was it. Okay. So then Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur seeing them kind of little, but Nityananda Prabhu was not like that. Went to them and told, Hare Bhai, don't waste your life. Please chant the holy name. Your life will be wonderful. Why are you wasting your life like this? And they didn't like it. Just took an earthen pot and hit on Nityananda Prabhu, and it was bleeding. Haridas Thakur ran and informed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came running to the spot, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just invited the Sudarshana Chakra to kill. You know what Nityananda Prabhu did? Just caught hold of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet and told to Gauranga Prabhu, oh Lord, you came in this world not to kill, but to, Patita Pavana, in order to, give moksha, mukti, and liberation to all the people, all the fallen conditioned souls. Patita Pavana, that's your appearance, that's the purpose of your appearance, and why are you killing? So, Gauranga Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then hold it, and seeing this, getting hold of and about to kill these two, Jagai and Madhai, and they became melted. They became melted and fall flat at the, Gauranga Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are offenders, you are killing, you are about to kill. Lord Nityananda is my life and soul. It's my life and soul. And you would get punished unless and until Nityananda Prabhu get, forgiven. I will not pardon you. So Nityananda Prabhu caught hold of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, said that I have already been pardoned, already been forgiven. Please shower your mercy upon them, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then showered the mercy and told them, now onwards, no more sin. Now onwards, no more sin. And then, in order to, transform them, they requested, what can I do for you all? Give us some service to do. Give us some service. So then, Nityananda Prabhu mentioned, you can start the service. So we will take some service, we'll tell you. So then they decided, and they wanted to serve the devotees. So they went to the Ganges on the Ghat. So those days, the people, the saintly people, the devotees, they come, they answer their nature's call, they take bath and shower, everything. So what they took this service, as soon as this devotee comes and take bath and whatever answer nature's call, they go there and clean the place. They took that kinds of service. See, the transformation, how the mercy of the Lord comes. Now who actually gave that mercy? Just Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, the Lord's mercy. And then what happened? Then they started to do this, and then news became spread all over the places. And see, these two Jagai and Madhai, they were so drunkard, so much of sinful activities they were doing, and now they completely transformed. And then they came and to see that what they are doing. And then they were doing, and even if you go there, there is a Ghat is there in their name, Jagai and Madhai. And it's like that. So this is the mercy of the Lord. So who is that? Nityananda, Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram manifested, and so much we can speak about the Lord Nityananda's mercy. And then Narottam Das Prabhuji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur wrote this beautiful song, beautiful bhajan, Nadiya Godhru Me Nityananda. Can you sing? Somebody know that? Can you sing? Okay. And can you play the mridanga? Sorry, who is it? No, play the harmonium. Priyanshi can play the mridanga. Yeah, so we all can together. It's so beautiful, and we'll also read the meaning of it. First, we read the meaning of it. Nadia in the KK songs.
So Prabhuji, should I forward that in the group so they can?
I think just tell that Nadia Godrume in the Google. Just search it.
Yeah, if you try to
Nadia Godrume. Yeah. It's in the KK songs or in the Google. Yeah, Kartal is.
You want Kartal?
Yeah, this year. Got it? So today is a Nityananda Trayodasi special. It's a beautiful bhajan and read the translation first. Read the translation. Yeah, first read the translation. See, take this sound mic. Give it to Mataji. Yeah. Yeah, just hold it there. Yeah. Everybody please listen to this. This is so merciful. And Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. When just by remembering Nityananda Prabhu, that mercy will be there. So this is our great fortune that we have this opportunity. Okay, read. Everybody listen and also read that.
In the land of Navia, on the island of Godrama, magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls.
Read. Hansi read. Hansi read करेंगे. Let's take it.
Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna.
Maybe one devotee says, start, say it so that everybody can hear it also.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will be difficult for to passing it and all. Third one, right?
Read third. You read it.
Okay, good.
Being careful to remain free of offenses, just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is the treasure of your life.
Giving up all sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion.
Okay. Let's start. What? Yeah, okay, start.
Nadiya Godrume Nitya Nanda Mahaja.
Nadiya Godrume saying like this. This is so beautiful. In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godruma, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened the marketplace of the holy name meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls. He opened the marketplace. Later, the same Nityananda Prabhu mentioned that to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that now the market is closed. Everybody got the grains. Now you can close the market. Same Nityananda Prabhu opened the market for the holy name. That means everybody can come and freely take this. So this is Nityananda Prabhu. So beautiful. And then it says that Jivere Karana. And then it says that, O people of faith, Sadhavan, those are the faith, Jane, O people of faith, people of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these 3 requests of you. These 3 requests Nityananda Prabhu is telling everyone. What is that 3 requests? Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna. This is our movement in devotees. This is what is all about our Krishna consciousness. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach about Krishna to others. If you do this one, Nityananda Prabhu is so pleased. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and talk about Krishna. That's all. This is the greatest of all perfection, that one is able to do it. Then being careful to remain free of offense. Right? That's another fact of it. Just take the holy name of the Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother. Krishna is your father. Krishna is the treasure of your life. So we should have that in our heart. Who is Krishna? Krishna is your mother. Krishna is your father. Krishna is your life in your heart. Giving up all sinful activities. Carry on your worldly duties only in relationship to Lord Krishna. So Krishna-centric life. That's what it is we are trying to do. Krishna-centric life. And giving up all sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. Jari dekho tare Krishna Upadesh, and how we should do it? Loudly. I'll tell you this. When we go to book distribution at the Appana Bazaar on Octree, so we go there and we distribute books. At the same time, we do the Sankirtan. We sing the beautiful. No matter what, so many birds. There is a line there. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I've seen
They come and sit there for entire Sankirtan goes on. So teases it. So this is the mercy. This is beautiful, so wonderful. So that's what it is. So Krishna Mada, Krishna Pita, Krishna Sarva, Krishna Dana Prana. Chant the holy name. Okay? So this is our life and soul. This gives you all perfection. Some way or other, chant the holy name. This is the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just manifested just for this one thing. What is that one thing? Sankirtan. Chant the holy name. To give this essence of everything. Chant the holy name. So everybody, please chant the holy name. So whoever is sitting here and listening this, take up this holy name every day. Without fail, chant the holy name. So the life will be so wonderful and perfect. Okay? So let's chant the holy name one round. Before we cut. So Nityananda Ram ki Jai. Everybody has it? The beats. How many of you have the beats? Everybody has the beats. So there are some beats here. And everybody very attentively, very focused.